Hello, I have 111 commander decks, and that is too many. Every single day, I'm going to take a look at one of them, and I'm going to decide, do I cut this deck, or do I keep it? So today, we got this deck, which is Atarka Bites. It is indeed commanded by Dragonlord Atarka. So she's an 8/8 flample, flying and trample, and then when she enters the battlefield, she does 5 damage divided as you choose among any other creatures. So she's huge by herself, but the ability itself is pretty modest, unless you give her Death Touch. Then she just becomes an absolute machine gun, taking down 5 creatures of your choice, which is really powerful. So that's what this deck's planning to do. I just really love the Dragonlords, so you'll see a couple other decks built around the different Dragonlords. But obviously, Death Touch is not as common in green as it is in like black. So we're playing a bunch of funky ways, a bunch of cool old funky ways to give Death Touch. So we got to ramp quite a bit because we need to get Dragonlord Atarka, and then we also need to get something like a Lace with Moonglove, which gives a creature Death Touch until the end of the turn, and you draw a card. So that's like 10 total mana to play Atarka on the stack, give her Death Touch. So we have quite a bit of ramp. The other thing we're doing is we have a bunch of trample payoff. So something like a Quartzwood Crusher. Whenever you hit somebody with a creature with trample, you get an XX dinosaur, where X is the amount of damage dealt to that player. So trample is great because not only does Atarka have it, but if you give Death Touch to your big Galta Trampler, well, now it only has to put 1 point of damage onto each of its blockers, and it can trample over for a huge amount of damage with Death Touch. So I love Violet Poison. This is one of the classic cards I used to play with a ton back when I wasn't so good at Magic, and I thought this was the greatest effect of all time. But it's great here in this deck. So it's nice to play a deck where you can actually play this card. Only 1 extra mana to give Atarka the Death Touch to kill everything. So yeah, we're making our creatures huge. We're benefiting from trample with things like Ram Through, and that's basically what's going on. We have a little bit of the other Atarka. We have a little bit of Dragon payoff. Got some deserts for this guy. So I spent quite a bit putting this deck together. Brawl, just because, I don't know, I love this old foil. And it's a ridiculous card. It gives all the creatures on the battlefield, including your opponents, the ability to tap to do damage. And it just becomes a nonsense stack war when you play Brawl. I highly recommend this card. It's very silly. But yeah, that's what this deck is doing. I do really enjoy it. I don't know, maybe I'm just an aggro player at heart, and I just like getting a big stupid dragon on the battlefield and trampling over. But yeah, that's what this deck is doing. So I think I'll keep this one. It's got a lot of cards I just like. I like playing. Not anything too special, but it has a little something to keep me going, like being able to play a Poison the Blades suddenly on your Ogier Kozlum. Huge.